Hi there, how are you guys? Today is May 25th, 2018, and I'm on my way out the door, but I wanted to get on really quick and just talk about something that is always dear to my heart, and that is the special populations community. For those of you who don't know what that is, that's going to be clients who actually have had some type of life tragedy, some type of very serious illness, i.e. strokes, heart problems, cancer. You've got people who've been in car accidents and car wrecks who are now perhaps disabled in some way. You've got your elderly, that's a special populations. There's all types of different special populations community. And when I became a trainer, I had no idea that this would be something that I delved into. It just literally kind of happened. And I know that it's God because I didn't go looking for it, it found me. And I have to say that I work with all walks of life. I work with anybody from children to all the way up into their 80s. I work with all walks of life, all ages, all fitness levels. But I have to say that the one of my favorites are the special populations, and that's because there's so many amazing things in working with them. One of the amazing things in working with them is that they are often very, very humble people. Very loving, very genuine people. They've been through the ringer. They've been through really life hard knocks type stuff. They have sometimes learned some really hard lessons, as have I. They have been through, forgive my fire alarm, we had roofers today, and my lights aren't working correctly, fire alarm's all messed up now, so I have to go get that dealt with. But anyway, just tune it out. But anyway, back to what I was saying. These people are oftentimes, honestly, more dedicated and more focused, and they work much more hard than somebody who's fit or somebody who's got a healthy, they're healthy meaning they are able to move correctly, they don't have any major issues. And I'm always fascinated by that. But they have more of a reason, don't they? They have a reason because oftentimes special populations clients, maybe they can't move. I have one client who, well, a couple of clients who are in a wheelchair. And you don't really know how difficult life can be until you've been there. Thankfully, I haven't had to live that lifestyle, but I do live it with my clients in trying to help them build their muscles to have a better life. And it's the most amazing thing to watch them grow, to watch their muscles change, to watch their bodies change, to watch them be able to do new things, to hear their stories about how they couldn't do this before, but now they can do this, to watch hands start to move that haven't moved in 20 years. These types of things are the highlight of what I do. So I want to address what does it take to make that happen? It takes the mind. It takes the mindset. They have a mindset. And even if they don't know they have a mindset, even if they come to me and they have no idea what they have to do, which is normally the case, they don't really know what their mindset needs to be most of the time. But once we start working together, they start realizing, oh my gosh. And it's even with people who don't have any special population issues. You don't realize that your body has to be in sync with your brain in order to actually make certain movements happen. Your body will make a movement happen, okay, most of the time. And now, it just doesn't mean that it's going to do it correctly. So, for a healthier person whose body moves fairly normally, even if you have a compensation of some sort, so some muscles take over that shouldn't be, your body's still going to make the movement, okay? But for some people with special populations, their body won't make the movement because maybe there's a brain injury or maybe there's a physical injury to the body and they can't. So things of that nature, it's my job to help people, whether healthy or dealing with some type of disability. It's my job to help them to figure out how to make their body work, to function properly and to work appropriately and safely. So Oftentimes I hear people say, oh, well, I'm just always going to have this issue. Oh, well, I'm just always going to deal with this problem. I'm always going to be sick like this. I'm always going to have this disability. And I'm not going to say that there are some things that will remain. But I also want to add the aspect of where is our faith, okay? When your faith is in God and you're trusting Him, you're going to see miracles. When your faith is in fear, you're not. Period. How do I know? Well, because I lived my life in fear most of my life. And I'm really just recently starting to come out of living a lifestyle of fear. Fear will literally paralyze you. It will literally debilitate you. It will stop you from succeeding in life, and it will stop you from doing the things that you want to do. And it will have you with a negative attitude, which I had most of my life. It will have you believing lies and deceptions, and it will have you never moving forward to a level of health that you could be in. God designed us to live in health. God designed us to live in health up here, in here, meaning our emotional heart, and in our physical bodies. He did not design us to live in limitation. He didn't design us to live in infirmity, so, or even lack. So when people say to me, oh, well, that's just not going to happen for me, I used to believe that. I used to be that person. But now I don't believe that anymore because I've seen what God can do. And I've seen what changing your mindset can do. So why is it that special populations clients normally are more dedicated? Well, they have a reason. They have more of a desire because they have more of a need, maybe. Okay, I could see that. But they've also gone through some stuff, right? They've also dealt with some stuff. So there's some wisdom there. There's them saying, you know what, here's my situation, and though it really sucks, if I want to be better, if I want to have a better lifestyle, if I want to be able to move past this, I am going to have to be committed. I am going to have to do the work. I am going to have to do whatever it takes, and I'm going to have to believe it. One of the things that God has shown me is that if you don't believe something can happen, it won't. Period. And I used to sit on the fence my whole life, really until recently. And I'm still really learning how to believe. It sounds silly, but it's a fact. We often don't know how to believe. So I ask you to think about, what do you believe? Do you believe that your body can become whatever it is you want it to become? Whether you're a special populations client or you're just a normal client who doesn't have really many issues, but you just want to see yourself more healthy and fit. Do you believe that you can do it? And if you don't, why? What's holding you back from believing? Because it's that thing that's holding you back that's keeping you bound and keeping you not able to move forward in being healthier. How do I know? I've lived it. Let me tell you, I could tell you some really serious stories about so many failures that I've had in my life due to unbelief, due to low self-esteem, due to not knowing the truth in Christ. I didn't know the truth. I didn't know what God could do for me. And now that I'm beginning to really know, He's been grooming me for years and years, but I really have come to know within this past 8 months. He's really been changing my identity in Him. And when you see special populations clients some of them have literally died on surgical tables. Some of my clients have died numerous times in surgery, and they're still here, and I'm blessed to be their trainer, and I'm blessed to help them move forward in their life and watch them grow and watch them have new lives. Do you understand how much of a blessing that is? I consider it a blessing to be able to walk that journey with these people. Maybe you've never died on the surgical table. I haven't, praise be to God, and I don't want to. But what holds you back? Maybe it's not that, but maybe it's something else. Like for me, it was something else, usually based in fear. What fear is holding you back from becoming the best you? You have to start here. You have to start praying. You have to start getting to know God, getting in His Word, really figuring out who you are in Him, and really letting Him speak to you. Much of the church is deceived now. They're deceived. I was one of them. I'm not downing the church at all. I went to church for years and years and years in a physical church, and I will go again. And right now, I am not in a home church. The Lord has led me somewhere else. But I will say that church is super important. But you can't rely on church. You have to rely on God. Just like my clients can't rely on me to do the work for them or my wisdom and knowledge, they have to rely on themselves and God to show them ultimately what they're going to do. I'm only with them an hour. They, from that point, have to work on themselves every minute of every day, the rest of the time until they see me again. It's a choice and it's a decision. And special populations clients become so fantastically wise through everything they've had to go through, and then even wiser once they see, hey, nothing's going to hold me back. I'm going to reach my goal. They make a decision and they do it. So I challenge you today, whether you're a special populations client or just somebody looking to get healthier and fit, what's holding you back? What's stopping you from making the decision? And why are you afraid? I hope this blesses you. Feel free to contact me with any questions. Have a great day. Bye-bye.